South.
I'm looking south at my neighbor's house. He has prostate cancer. We offered to help him while everybody's self-isolating because he's in his 90s. He said that he's helped people his whole life, and actually, he has more help than he needs right now. When everything else is upside down, like it's not working, that makes me happy. So 500 steps takes us right in front of somebody's house on the sidewalk. My response is to go someplace that's not so intrusive to make observations.
North.
So we went a little bit further to a park. The park is Howard Gumpy Moore Park. There's an awesome treehouse when I look north. It makes me wish that I was a kid. It's 2-story, has decks, has a ramp, has things to climb on, shady places. It looks pretty great. So we're currently walking north all the way around these sports fields. At no point is there a gate in this fence for pedestrians to pass through. Not in Texas. This is Texas culture. The seniors at the high school get to paint their own parking spot every year because they're driving themselves to school.
Ground level, east.
Okay, so we're now across from Arlington High School. It's just been renovated, looks good. We're in a church parking lot on a Sunday morning facing east. There's nobody here. Lulu Garcia Navarro said on the radio, "Thank you for gathering with us this morning." And it made me think, gathering? It's Sunday morning, we're eating breakfast, we turn on the radio like always, but something different is happening. We're looking for ways that we are metaphorically gathering, because we must redefine what it means to be together when we can't actually be together.
High.
We're in the little walkway now that goes over a drainage ditch by UTA off of Cooper. There are some people walking on the sky bridge that goes over the road. One of them is a child, and he just yelled, "This is so high!" What I like about people being cooped up in their houses is that when they do go out, they have a different appreciation for being in the world. Like the world has become more precious as opposed to being routine. People are seeking, not taking for granted, different kinds of togetherness.
Growth.
So we're in an amphitheater. I have no recollection of this being here. It's lovely, but I don't remember it, and I don't know what was here before. It's interesting how you can totally forget something like that. I just found a zip tie, some bowls, maybe for cats, maybe for somebody else. Campus is empty except for police. Wait. Here's a sign. This is called Brazos Park, dedicated April 15th, 2019. I have no recollection of this. Brazos House was removed in 2018. It stood for 82 years, iconic architecture. It says that they preserved elements from the building, which I guess are the columns, lintels, some of the patterns in the bricks. It's too bad nobody's here to enjoy it.
Lost. Light. Darkness. Weather.
We're now at First Baptist Church of Arlington. We're sitting on a bench under an overhang because it's raining. Only during COVID-19 lockdown would I want to sit in front of a Baptist church at 11 a.m. on a Sunday. Even with nobody around, it still makes me uncomfortable. Hey, we just went over a line. I'm pretty sure if the rapture happened, this is what it would feel like. Everything is way too empty.
If it really follows the Christian 20th, 21st century idea of the rapture, kind of informed by popular culture, I'm pretty sure the best Christians would be gone and we'd be left with Jerry Falwell Jr. and Robert Jeffers and all kinds of shit people. We'd be pretty disappointed with the trade-out. Behind.
So we're off Mesquite by First Methodist Church of Arlington. There's a sign that says, "Welcome to Old Town Neighborhood." We're behind schedule by a minute, but there's a train. There are a lot of people out driving around, but there's not people at restaurants, there's not people at the churches, the library's closed. No one's walking around. It's a rainy, yucky day, but that's not the reason. The Houston Hitching Post. a rare example of horse and buggy days in Tarrant County. We saved the weirdest things.
DK.
7 minutes got us to the corner of Mesquite and Sanford. The traffic is crazy loud. There's a house on the opposite corner. The paint is chipping off, but the house is painted like a pastry. Pale turquoise and pale purple. It's got a bunch of solar panels. It has a workshop. There's a plum tree in bloom. On my corner, the playground is covered in bark. There's no children on it, and there won't be for a while. I just passed a chucked away poo bag, piece of a lotto ticket maybe, one googly eye. I do like that one googly eye. Is it for another church?
It's like an apartment maintenance worker doing maintenance request stuff for like missing pull chains, kitchen drawer not working, and it got ran over. The pens are squashed, but this foil, it's got burn marks.
You need to use this now. It's not a church. It's called the Kukin Education Center. More tea? Yes, please. I held those 17 words in my head and considered them, to some degree, as I was doing the stops and the thinkings. And when I go back and sift through what I've seen, I'll keep those words in mind, rather than push it and pushing it off. I wish I would have brought a puppet. I don't think about puppets all the time, but I wish I would have had one to move around with me. I tell my students that observing is what artists do. We pay attention, we call things out and say, hey, y'all have overlooked this, look at it. Whether it's the 1880s and you're painting reapers working in a field, or it's today and you're taking pictures of dumpsters, it's observation. It's the thing that we do, but observation is also the thing that a surveillance state does, and it brings the act of observing under suspicion. Staring, gazing, recording something. It means you're looking at things that other people might not think you have a good reason to look at. Artists make people uncomfortable, that's another thing we do, but today I thought it would be unkind. Sometimes I want to poke people and make them a little bit anxious so they think about something, but right now I don't want to do that. The score seems to imagine an environment where you're free to stop and look and stare at things, and it won't seem aggressive. This is totally different though. If I looked out my window and someone was just there, I'd be thinking, why are they outside of my house? What are they going to do?